Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura or lauraxstitches and we're back with another video. This is my January update. Very excited to be on track for this year. Very cool. Couple of things before I get into it. You might be able to notice that my voice is a bit different. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've been sick for like 2 weeks. It's not COVID. We were in ISO because Matt had COVID. And I had a cold, I guess. It wasn't COVID because I tested like a bajillion times. And then I was almost better. And then Sunday my throat was killing me. So I took another rat test, not COVID. And it's gone into my throat and kind of my chest. So my voice is a little bit weird. Monday, a couple of days ago, I had the deepest voice known to man. And now it's just a bit croaky. But if I didn't do this video today, it probably wouldn't have happened. And Lily's at her grandparents today because Wednesday's grandparents day for her, so it was the perfect opportunity. I'll be pausing to do any coughing or sneezing or whatever, and I'll try and cut out as much of that as I can. Dogs are here, but they're pretty chill at the moment. They might drink, they might snore, they might sigh, but that's okay. I'm also using a different setup. I feel like I'm doing that every single video, but Matt bought a new camera, so I'm trying that out for the video capture stuff, and it doesn't have a little flip viewfinder. I'm used to seeing myself right off to the side of the camera, but instead it's over here on a laptop. So I'm going to try my best to not look at myself, which I'm doing right now. I'm going to try and look at you instead of me, but I will need to look there a bit when I'm holding things up to show you and things like that, so that I can actually see what you can see. So apart from that, did ISO, talked about that really quick. Lily's doing really good. She's 8 months old. I have an 8-month-old. That's a bit scary. She will be 9 months old my birthday, which is really cool. But no, she's doing well. She didn't get COVID either. I don't know how her and I didn't, but that's great. It's good news, but I just don't know how. It was weird. She did have to miss a day of daycare. Obviously, we weren't going to put her there when we were in isolation, but no, she did. She's been going really well. She's eating lots, growing teeth, being a little bit cranky because I think some more teeth are coming, but that's normal, isn't it? I was meant to start work yesterday, but obviously didn't happen. I'm meant to be there today, also not happening. I couldn't teach like this. I'd just be coughing all over the place, and that's not a good thing to do at a school. So next week will be my first week back, finally. I'm really looking forward to it. I had a day at school Friday, which was really good. I got everything prepared, and I'm glad I did because I had a substitute teacher come in who I know very well. So I was really excited that she was my substitute teacher. Yes, I was just a bit bummed because I missed the kids, but next week will be all good. Okay, let's get into chatting about my whips and stuff. I don't know how long this camera records for before it cuts off, so I'm going to do, I guess, section by section, just quickly check that it's still recording, I guess. So, great stitching month. I did a fair bit. I've been recording lots in my journal. I have this little dot journal, if you haven't seen. Hi, if you're new. I've had some new subscribers since the whip raid. So this is my journal that I quickly showed last time. That was my tracking for January. I also had this main page, but I've changed that a bit for February, which I'll show you in just a second. I might even show you in plans. I don't know. But I managed to do a total of 12,911 stitches that I counted. There were a couple of days where I didn't. A couple was when I was sick and I just didn't really want to. And then some were at the start of the month when I wasn't really counting, but now I am. So I would guess it'd be closer towards 15,000, which is awesome. It's really cool. So I'm really happy with that. I stitched every day in January, which is really cool as well. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. That was my tracking for Stitch Into the Wild, my Facebook group. And then this is the Star Wars one I'm doing. And I just write a bunch of stuff in. There's my notes for today. And then my February tracking looks like this. I've got Whip Go numbers. I've got Stitch Into the Wild plans, my monthly tracking next to that, And I've got a few other things, but I'll get into that in plans, I think. Let's start with whips. I think I've decided, because I have my categories and I'm working on them every month, I think I'm just going to do it by category, because I'm flipping around. I can't do it by what I stitched on first or whatever. It's just a bit awkward. So I'm going to start with my full coverage piece, which is a Haid. I do have another Haid, but it is on hold until this is done. This is Mini Clockwork Dragonling by, you can see there, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Charted by Haid. I did get the mini version. This is the first Haid I've done. I restarted this in 2017. I originally started it, I think, earlier in 2017 or 2016, 2/1 on 25 count, and it was way too bulky. So I restarted at 1/1. So here's a picture of where we were in the whip parade at the start of the month. This is being stitched on like the Easy Guide 25 count, like I said, 1/1. And check this out. I'm pretty excited about my progress on this one. Here it is. I'm pretty pumped. Heaps of backgrounds come in there. I kind of had my Q-snap in one spot. I didn't move it because I didn't want to keep taking it out and moving it along, because if you don't know, I do the typewriter method that Stitching Mummy talks about a lot, where I pick the first symbol that needs to be done, top to bottom, left to right. I'll do it all, pick the next one, do that one. And so I kind of just worked my way down. Sorry, this is all mirrored. I'm not used to this. Yeah, so you can see that butterfly is really starting to come in. Down here is the start of her like helmet thing, which is really cool that I'm getting towards her. But next time I pick this up, so in February, I'll be working over in this section here. So some more background. It's a lot darker over here, but that's cool. So that got 3,075 stitches, which I was super happy with. And I love seeing that background come together. It's not like heaps of colours, but I like the way it looks. So yeah, that's Mini Clockwork Dragonling. Next, I'm going to show you my large project. So this is Kings and Queens of the UK by Clouds Factory. I'll pop in a picture here of what it looked like last time. And I actually got a finish on this one, which I wasn't expecting. This was my one of my Whip Go projects. I think it was number 2, and the goal was to finish a page, which I did, and then I just had a page left, so I just finished that as well. So here it is. This is on a piece of 32 count Lugana by Colour Cascade Fabrics. I cannot work this out. Oh, this is so embarrassing. It was a fabric of the month, so it doesn't have a name. But I'm obsessed with the colour that I chose. I think it looks amazing. And that's the whole thing done. So I will go to where I was working on. I was in the last, obviously the last bit, this way. So I did everyone. And Queen Elizabeth is actually meant to have earrings, but they were metallic French knots. And you know what? I just don't have time for that in my life. So I decided to forego those. Did I do anything? No, I just left it. She's got a sparkly crown. She's fine. I also left it as charted with the year. Obviously, she hasn't passed away. So there's no year there for her to put in. So I'm just going to leave it until I eventually get around to framing it and kind of see where we're at. So yeah, if she's passed away by then, I'll pop in that year. Otherwise, I'll just leave it, I guess. But this isn't in the running for getting framed anytime soon. So, because something this big I get professionally done. But it'll get done eventually, but it's not my top priority. So yeah, Kings and Queens of the UK all finished. Very, very cool. So then there's a little bit of a story to this. I had a space in my whips for a new start, for a large new start, which was super fun. And I got out my list of stash, which I have categorized as well in the size categories that I use for my whips. And it chose, well, first it chose a couple Mirabilias, and I just wasn't in the mood. So I said, I'm not starting Mirabilia until I actually want to, because it's a big commitment, and the large pieces are big commitments, so I have to really want to do it. So it chose a Glendon Place called Baked Alaska, which was like a geometric design, all in blues. And Glendon Place use Dinky Dyes silks and a bunch of beads and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I can kit it up with stash. Didn't have anything that kind of, the blues, I mean, didn't really work. So it's like, I wonder how much it's going to cost me to buy the silks. Absolutely not. No. It was going to cost me well over $100, and I just don't have that to quickly kit up something. So then I thought, how about I do it monochromatic, so do it all in one color, get a really cool variegated floss and do it that way. So I picked, with some help of some friends, a piece of fabric and a hank of Silks For You silk. I was like, cool, I'm going to do this. And I was kind of excited, kind of not. I was like, oh, I think I can do it. So that was fine. And then I showed Matt. And that was where my mistake happened. Matt is really funny the way he tells me his opinion. He'll be like, I mean, I don't like it, but it's not me that's stitching it. I'm like, yeah, but you just shouldn't have said that, because now I don't like it. So then that night I went through all of my stash, and I was really not strict, but I was really tough on myself, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. I've actually sold a fair bit, including the Baked Alaska that went, and a few other things. There's some things still up on Stash and Load, but that's okay. So then I went back onto my list, and I redrew, and it picked this one, which is a Dimensions kit, my first Dimensions kit, and it's huge. This is Aurora Cabin, and I can't really say that. I've never been able to say things like that very well. This is it here. It's beautiful, and definitely something that Matt likes. Now, please don't think he dictates all my decisions in my life. It's not like that. I just want to put that out there. I really like this one, and I'm using everything in the kit. I know a lot of people change out the fabric, and you know what? I can see why, but I'm okay. I'm okay using it. I had some troubles with it to start with, because I'm not used to stitching with 6 strands of floss. It's on a 16 count, I think, Ada. So the holes aren't huge. And I found it very tough to get the eye of the needle through. And I posted about it. I got some good ideas. But it just took a bit of getting used to, and eventually I'm over it now. I also got some rubber fingertip grippy things, like thimbles but rubber, which I've used when it's really tough, and because the needle was just slipping out of my fingers. So yeah, there's a lot of threads to it, and it's going to look really weird, just a warning. But it's very quickly because of the Ada. Here is where I'm at. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I will eventually get used to that. So that's it there. What I did is I started in the middle, and I wanted to get to every edge, because I was watching Mary from Daydream Stitcher, and she was saying that some of her Dimensions kits, the fabric hasn't been big enough. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to go through that. And it's not a huge margin. Like, it's good, but it's not huge. So I'm glad I did it. But it does fit on this piece of fabric, which is great. It's pretty much a full coverage design. Lots of half stitches, lots of French knots coming up, but they are not in metallic, so it's fine. It's just like the snowflakes, I think. So yeah, start in the middle, went more up, and then when I realized that it fit, I started over this side here. So this is the dark sky background, and that is, you can't really see it, which I guess is a good thing. That dark color and this purple one here, they're the 6 strands half stitches. This is a blended, so it's 4 strands. It's going to look great. It's going to look so good. It's just a lot of work. But I do really enjoy working on it when it does come up. It's just going to take me a while. But it's a large piece, and that's the whole point of a large one. So that's Aurora Cabin by Dimensions. So you'll be seeing that for a while. The rest of the year, no doubt. We'll see how we go. Oh, I didn't say a couple of things there. So Kings and Queens got 1,948 stitches off in 5 days and a finish. So I worked on it for 5 days and got that many stitches. Oh, and my mini Coco Juggling got 7 days. That's how long it took me to get those 3,000 stitches. Now, I didn't tally this up because I'm silly. But it looks like I've worked on Aurora Cabin for 3 days and got about 600-700 stitches into it. I'm counting the half stitches. I have to do 2 to equal 1, like the challenge groups. Okay, let's go on to my medium piece. This is Evening in the Shire by Cute Patterns by Maria. This is the backstitch piece, really. There's a bit of cross stitch, but mostly backstitch. And it's beautiful. This is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Ligana, I think, from Colour Cascade Fabrics in After the Rain. I'll put in a picture here of where we were last time. I'll just fold it up so it's easy to see. Here we are now. How cool is that fabric? That looks really great. So yeah, I've started on the second page. It's just split into 2 pages, so half-half. Yeah, so there's actually not heaps to go on this. I was thinking yesterday when I was working on it for a little bit that I might, if I get my if I get my Whip Go Golds done, I might try and finish it this month, but we'll see. I'll at least get close, I think. So there's that one. How much time did that get? I don't think I included yesterday's tally though, unfortunately. Let me see. Oh no, yesterday was February, so it doesn't even matter. In January, it got 4 days or 607 stitches, and I did work on it yesterday for the first day of February. Okay. Smalls. I didn't have a small starter when I was here last in my whip parade, and I told you I was going to start Honeypot. This is by Mill Hill. It's a little kit by them. And I did start that and I did get it finished. Not fully finished just yet because it was very recent. It had 4 days and 459 stitches that I tallied plus more. That was when I was sick and I wasn't counting stitches. So that's it there. All finished. Oh, the strands on the bee have moved. You're supposed to make the strands on the bee. There's 2 strands there that you attach it with, treasure. You meant to split them so it looks like stripes, but they've moved. That's okay. I really enjoyed this one. That's not focusing great. There we go. I really did enjoy it. I liked it much better than the ice cream cone one I did, the Sunday one. That just had too many beads for my liking. But this was good. I like that they did I didn't even notice this when I got it, the little bee house in the middle. But yeah, I think it's gorgeous. So I will finish that with some felt on the back and the magnet because it's going to go on the fridge. I've got another one. It's the jam jar, and that will have exactly the same finish. So then, because I had a finish, I had room for a new small start, and my random thing chose a Lizzie Kate. This is Love My Dog. This is a piece I'm going to be stitching twice because I have 2 dogs. I'm starting with Sky because of this colour in the house. It's blue, and that's like Sky's colour. Sky is blue, Evie is orange. That's how we've figured it out. Funny story, when we got the dogs, it's getting on a while ago, it was 2016, we were actually just going to get Evie and we chose Evie. And then when we went back to visit again, so we visited them at 4 weeks old, and then we visited them at 8 weeks old, I think it was. And they said, yep, here's the dog that you chose. And they gave it to us. Oh, she's so cute. And then Matt and I were looking at her going, this isn't the same dog that we chose, because Evie has quite a darker face, eye patch compared to Sky. This isn't the dog that we chose. And we said, I think we've had a mix up. Is the dog that we chose still here? But by that point, we'd fallen in love with Sky too. So we're like, we'll get both. It's like that ad for El Paso. Why not get both? Anyway, so we got both. So now I have to do 2 of these, which is totally fine with me. So the kennel will be in blue for Sky, and then I'll find an orange variegated and do it for her in orange. I am going to be doing this in my own conversion, sort of. Half of it I can kit up exactly as called for, because they are Gentle Arts threads, and I'm in the club from A Stitch in Time, so I'm starting to get quite a bit of a collection of those. But I'm only up to the letter G, so I could do all the ones that were up to G, and then after that I needed to find my own, which was fine because I'm also in the Weeks Directs one, so I had a few from there. I've also used a J's X Stitch floss that we got at the Mittagong retreat in 2019. I don't think you can get that. I think it was an exclusive colour. So that's what I'm using for the kennels, like whole. I'll show you what I've done so far. I worked on this for 2 days, I think. 2 days in January. Did I work on it yesterday? I think I did a little bit yesterday. I'll have to figure out how much I did. So it's had probably more like 3 days. So this is where we're at. You can see me through the back, but that's okay. This is on a piece of 32 count, I think. Mystery linen. We got it from Mittagong as well. It was in like the bag. This is a piece that I think Deb Wilson sent me, or I got from my, or maybe I got it from my grandma. I don't remember. Here's where we are. So both of the colours in the sun were called for. Everything here was called for. This is the J's X Stitch thread. I love the variegation. I know it's not that much in the pattern, but I really like it. And I was a bit worried it was going to clash with the blue, but it's completely different. It's much more tealy greeny. So I think that's going to look really cool. Then I've just got some other colours for the rest of the piece. Yeah, that's that one. I'm still undecided whether I'm going to stitch Evie straight away afterwards or come back to it. But I may need to do it straight after, and I'll explain that in plans. Okay, next is the Matt piece. Matt is my husband, obviously. I've talked about him a few times. And he has given me a lot of cross stitches over the years, so I thought he can have his own category. And the one that I'm working on at the moment is this grey dragon. It's by Valenti Cross Stitch. I think on their website now it's Valenti Creates or Creations or something. I don't think they have an Etsy. I think you have to go to the actual website, and I linked it in my last video, so I'll do the same for this one. Here's where we were last time. This is just on a piece of 16 or 18 count Ada that I just grabbed out of my stash. Here we are now. Oh my gosh. There we go. So pretty happy with this. This only had 2 days and it got about 900 stitches. And I really enjoyed it. I did a lot of black on this for a prompt in something. And then I started filling up this side, I think it was. So I'm just going to keep doing that when I pick it up again. I think I'll be doing some on this side to kind of even it out a bit. But it is exciting that I'm getting close to the dragon. Right, next we have the special category. These are special pieces, funnily enough. Not gifts, but special, like meaningful. Or stuff that just doesn't fit in another category. So at the moment, my special piece is the Temperature Tree by Stitching Mummy. I'm stitching this for my daughter for her first year of life. So I started it, well, I started it a while, I think it was in May, before she was born. And then I'm doing it from her, the leaves are from her day she was born, right up until the day before her first birthday. I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count Jobelan from Flosstube in Awakening, I'm pretty sure. And I'm doing it 1/1. So here is where I am now. So this one got a fair bit of work. It got 2,629 stitches, I think, and 6 days. I'm trying to just figure out the focus on this camera, sorry. I think I have to be quite close. Anyway, still doesn't look focused. Come on. So I was able to get June, July and August all done for the leaves. And then I've got September, October, November, December done for the branches. And I'm currently working on the bottom of the tree. I've pretty much decided that when this gets called, like for a prompt or something, I'll be working on the tree until that's done and then I'll go to the leaves. But if it gets called for whip go, then I'm doing the leaves, which is why I got those branches done, because it wasn't called this month, but next month if it gets called, I'll do those leaves. I might even do some more branches as well, because the leaves really don't take that long. Very exciting. I was doing lots and lots of this muted blue and purple kind of colorway. And then this little guy popped up. Look at that green. Very cool. So I think that was like 21 degrees or something. Because a lot of it was like, a lot of this is like 14 to 16 degrees. Some 10s. Pretty much 10 to 16 degrees is all in there. And that's pretty much our winter. So that's that one. And I must say, I really do love Jobelan. That was my first kind of even weave I ever worked on, and I love how soft it is. I know some people don't like that, but I really, really, really do. So I had a new start, which is in its own little category now, which is the ABC Dinosaurs Mystery Stitch Along by Clouds Factory, which is very, very exciting. I haven't done a Mystery Stitch Along for 2 years. So I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count mystery linen that I bought at the Mirabilia retreat that Linen Threads ran in 2018. I don't think you can get it. I think it was just like a dye they did for to sell at the retreat. And that's what the fabric looks like. It's really cool. I never knew what I was going to put on this. I thought a Nora cord or something, but then I looked at this and I was like, no, let's go for it. So here's what we received for January, and it's the N and O dinosaurs. I'm going to change the color of the back stitch here because you can't see it in real life. Oh my god, there we go. Here it's not too bad, but in real life it's pretty bad, so I'm going to change it all to the same color as the N. I think all the dinosaurs can have the same color. I was going to do it in their darkest color, but I just think they're going to be a bit too colorful, and the colors just won't work with the blue in the background. So I'll do the same color as the N dinosaur. And that green dinosaur took forever. It was, well, not forever, I shouldn't say that. This part took me 5 days, and usually Clouds Factory sales I've done before, it takes me 2. So he was just a lot. Oh, she actually, she's a mum, I'm pretty sure. There's a little baby under there. She was just a lot, and I just don't know why. It just took forever to stitch up. So whatevs. Our next part is on top of those ones. I think it's J and K maybe. It came out last night. So I might work on that next, as in today. I might not. I'll talk to you about it in plans. Lastly, I had another finish that isn't with me. It was a gift. This was the Elephant Birth Sampler by Stitcherovia. I'll put in a picture here of what it will look like when it's done and where I was last time. So the baby that this was for was born, which is very exciting. I'm not going to give any details away because it's not my place. But she was born and we love her very much, and she's so cute and she's so small. I held her and I was like, oh my god, Lily was this big once. Lily's so heavy now. But yeah, she was born. So a couple of days after she was born, I finished that up and took it off to the framers. And I'm hoping sometime this week they send me a message saying it's done, because they said 3 weeks and she's 3 weeks old. So fingers crossed. So yay, that was a day. It took me a day to finish it, and it was 1,071 stitches. Woohoo! So they are all my whips, finishes, new starts, all that kind of stuff, all done. Next, we're going to talk a very quick bit of haul, and then we can get into the giveaway and plans. So let me see. I'm going to just get my threads of the month organized so I don't drop them everywhere. Let's try this. So these are my Gentle Arts threads for the month. So we're in the greens because we're in the G's. So we've got Grape Leaf, Grecian Gold, Green with Envy, Green Tea Leaf, Green Pasture, Green Apple. So lots of greens, and they're gorgeous. So that's the Gentle Arts ones. And I get these through A Stitch in Time in Hobart in Tassie. Gosh, I wish I lived there just so it could be my LNS. And because I think Hobart's beautiful and Tassie's beautiful. I'd live there in a heartbeat. So for the weeks, I am missing one because I put it in with my Lizzie Kate and I can't remember the name of it. But these are the colours. Very different compared to the Gentle Arts. So we've got Curry on this side over here. I might just try and hold it like this. There we go. I don't know. Curry. Cyclamen, I think, is the purple. This purple here. The bright one is Daffodil. Dahlia is this beautiful purple, and my favourite is Daylily. Not just because of the name, but that's gorgeous. I might do the kennel for Evie in that colour because it's a nice pale orange. It's got nice variegation in it. And the other bit of haul, the only other thing I have, was a random purchase, and I'm obsessed with it. So all of my project bags, except one dodgy one that I made, and one that Deb Wilson made that isn't here, are from Teaser Handmaids, and that's Taryn. She's amazing. We love Taryn. And she posted on Facebook some fabric or some projects. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a project. And I commented saying, I need it because of the fabric. And she said, yes, you do. And then because I'd sold some stuff, I had some money. So I was like, I'm going to get it. So I asked her to send me all of her fabrics that have Bluey on it. And if you don't know Bluey, you're not a parent. So, or you don't have young kids. Bluey is amazing. Bluey is an Australian kids TV show. It's a cartoon. And Bluey is an Australian healer. And my dogs are Australian healers. Oh, it's so cool. So she's a blue healer, obviously Bluey. Her dad's also a blue healer. And then her mum and her sister are red healers. And we love the show so much. It's so funny. It's beautiful for kids and really funny for adults too. Some of the jokes in there are hilarious. If you just listen to the adults talking, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And the thing I love, a couple of things I love about it. One, it's Australian, and you don't often get really great kids shows. I mean, there are some, but this is just awesome. And secondly, it's not like that fast-paced, in-your-face, really loud, bright colours, like crazy kid shows that you get nowadays. Like, it's actually good stuff and good messages for the kids. And it makes me so happy when we put it on. Every now and again we'll watch an episode with Lily. She doesn't know what's going on, but she hears the theme song and her arms and her legs go, and it's so exciting. But we love it. So I picked this fabric. I loved the background colour. So it's all their like nighttime stuff. So if we have a look at this one, this is Bandit, the dad. This is Bluey, and this is Bingo. The sister. Bingo is my favourite character. She's hilarious. Is Mum on here? I don't think the Mum's on here. That's okay. That's Chili. Chili's the mum. And I just love Bluey so much. And so it was really exciting. I got this whole set. So it has, I asked her for an 11 by 11 to fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap bag, but I wanted the 8 by 8 Q-snap cover because the only one I have is a dodgy one that I made. And then it's got a notions pouch. I've got all the threads for this pattern in it. I love this. And I think it's a little bit different to her older bags that I have. I feel like it's got more interfacing in it. So it's a bit like sturdier, which is really cool. So Taryn, I love you. I love your bags. I love Bluey. It's just the best. If you've got kids, watch Bluey. It's on ABC iView here. I know in the US it's on Disney, like Disney Kids or something. I don't know. It's everywhere. Maybe BBC for UK. I'm not sure. Watch it. It's great. Lots of funny jokes in there. Okay, so it's time for the giveaway. So last time I was giving away Soda Stitches white dress, and I'll put in a picture of here of the giveaway winner. It was Melody Hurley. So congratulations, Melody. Shoot me a message on Instagram or an email. They'll both be in the description below and I'll get this out to you. To the person who won last time, Karen, who won the Love Each Season, I think it was called. I did get your email. Thank you so much. I've just been in ISO and 6. So I haven't been able to get out to the post office. So hopefully I can do these at the same time. This month I'll be giving away a little pattern that we got at the Mittagong Stitches Retreat by Fuzzy Fox Designs. It's called Gorgeous Gumnuts. It's really cute. It is a couple little gumnuts just hanging out. One's obviously flowering and one isn't. So if you'd like to stitch this, put in your comment gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'll know you want to stitch it. Couple of rules here. Don't say giveaway, win, anything like that. You must be over 18 because I need your address. I'll be sending this in an envelope. This one, it probably won't get folded. Neither would this one. But I'm not putting it in any special packaging because of how much postage costs. So I'll just be popping it in a little A5 envelope and sending it out to you. So you need to be okay with it potentially getting folded by your postie or something. So that's the giveaway. Before we get into plans, my favorite part, I just wanted to do a quick shout out. Got a pen, I'm a newsreader. A quick shout out to somebody who I found last week. Her name is Ashley. Her channel is Ashley's Created Chaos. She's in the US. She has got 3 videos out, I think. And she's a relatively new cross stitcher, nothing crazy. She has, I think, about 5 or 6 whips. They're gorgeous. She's also dabbled in embroidery, not her fave, which is fair enough. I feel the same way. And she's also does a lot of crochet blankets and stuff, which are gorgeous. There's a pom-pom one. I think it's a pom-pom. It's like bright neon pink. I really like it. And I'd love you to go and check out her channel and say hi because she's great. And she had some, all her videos have been really good so far. So go and check her out. Okay, plans. So WhipGo numbers were called and they were 5 and 17. My number 5 is Matt's piece, Grey Dragon. So the goal for that one is 2,000 stitches. Very exciting. And number 17 was a small. So the plan is to get the first Love My Dog finished. That's the goal for those. Into the Wild, Stitch Into the Wild. That's my Facebook group I'm running with Adele. It is a stitching challenge Facebook group, but it's monthly. There's no weekly stuff or yearly stuff. It's just monthly. I have a whole video. My last video I posted tells you all about it. I'd love you to come and say hi and join in. So this month we're off to the Coral Reef, my favorite, and it's my birthday month. So I purposely chose Coral Reef because I love it. So the way it works in Stitch Into the Wild is that there's a few things you need to stitch on, but you only need to do 100 stitches or 1 hour per thing. So I'll be trying to slot in lots of Love My Dog and Grey Dragon to help with WhipGo. Otherwise, I'll just put in my other things. And also the ABC dinos, because then I can actually get that finished for this month. So very exciting for Stitch Into the Wild. We've also got a couple of pop-ups planned, and one of them I'm very excited about. Might have to do with my birthday, just saying. Anyway, and then over in Fandom Stitching Central, which is the other group I participate in for challenges, it is Star Wars themed this year, so I'm obsessed with it. We are up to episode 2, and there's weekly things, which I probably won't go through because I only do monthly videos, but there are monthlies, and luckily one of the monthlies is to stitch on something that repeats, like a clone, and it's 2002 stitches, and my grey dragon, it repeats in the corners. It's all the same, so I can do both and get my whip go and my monthly done at the same time, which is really cool. I also am going to stitch on the Love My Dog for a big one. I think it's 2000 stitches as well, but it's something that has the sun or a planet in it. And I think I can get 2000 stitches out of it. If I can't, I'll need to start the next one. So that's why I said before, it kind of depends on my plans. So we'll see. And then there's a bunch of other things. I haven't 100% sorted everything out yet, but those were the main ones. The other group I'm participating in is Full Coverage Fanatics. So whenever I work on Grey Dragon or my Hade, I tally it up for the Bike Around Germany challenge that they're doing. So you do stitches to represent kilometers around Germany. And I'm also doing the 22,000 stitches in 2022 with my Hade. So I've kind of decided at the end of each month, I'll post an update to my little event post, because I don't need to do it any more regularly than that. And I'm on track because I think I had to do like 1,800 per month to get that. And I did 3,000 last month. So we're getting there. And I think that's it for plans. It's really just the way I kind of prioritize all these things, which isn't actually that much, but the way I prioritize it is I try and get the weeklies done for Fandom Stitching Central first, the Star Wars one. Then I move on to the monthlies. Last month I ran out of monthlies, which was really cool. So I just kind of had a couple days there where I chose whatever I wanted. My Stitch Into the Wild stuff often correlates with the Star Wars stuff, so I just kind of do them at the same time. If I have extra days or time, I'll probably work on my Hade to try and make sure I reach that 1,800 stitches, or if that's all good, I'll try and do some more evening in the Shire to potentially get that finished as well. So yeah, they're my plans for February. It's exciting. It is only 28 days, so it is a shorter month. Have to remember that. I will be back at work, which is fine. We've got a few appointments here and there. Lily's got an appointment at the Royal Children's Hospital in a few weeks. She's got a substantial birthmark on her neck, so we're just getting that checked out and making sure it's all good, nothing crazy. And there's just appointments here and there. She's starting swimming lessons. Like, my life is just getting more busy as a mum, you know. Mum life. It's pretty exciting. I love being a parent. I know it's hard. Like, I get it. Like, kids are annoying. I get that as a teacher and as a parent, but it's great. She's the best. So anyway, I hope you've all had a wonderful January and you're staying safe and you're staying healthy. That's my plan, is to get over this cough and stay safe and healthy and take my rat test as a teacher. I take twice a week and make sure I'm all good. And I just love life. So I'm really excited about my stitching so far in 2022, and I hope you're feeling the same way. So I'll talk to you all sometime near the end of February, if not early March. If I have time, I'd love to do bi-weekly videos, but I just don't know if I can commit to that. But I might just pop up randomly one day. You'll see. It'll either be that or end of February, start of March. So wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.